Are you tired of having to feed your fires? Always having to feed them every half hour? Well, you don't always have to do that. We found a way where you can go hours between fire feeds. But it's going to take some work to get there. So why don't you come along and we'll show you the way. It matters a lot that we're safe. So I have a live water line here. As you can see, it gets a lot more powerful than that. But this is to keep the fire in the fire pit. We don't want to light anything outside of our fire pit on fire. So you can see we've lined our fire pit with paving stones, and they're all stacked together and they're staggered to help keep the fire in the pit. The other thing we do is we clean out the ash in the pit regularly. We don't leave stuff in there. But this will help us prevent wildfires, which is really important in our area because we have a lot of them around here during the summer. Right now there's not a burn ban on, so we can have a recreational fire. But there is a burn ban stating no brush burning, which is a process you have to get a permit for. So let's start with our big logs, because those are what's going to go on the bottom. So you can see we've got two really big logs here. These are going to be on the very bottom. They're large, and we're going to stack them parallel to each other. And then we're going to move on to our next size. We also have two, but they're a bit smaller than the really big ones we've got here. And we're going to stack those parallel to each other, but perpendicular to these. So they lay on top of each other like a log cabin. Then we're going to go on to these two. These two are even smaller than the last one. And we're also going to lay them parallel to each other and perpendicular to the last ones on the stack. We're going to continue that trend for these wrist-sized pieces of wood and these sticks that are about the size of my thumb. Now these over here, these are really little sticks. They break down to be about like this. They're maybe a quarter the size of my pinky to the size of my pinky. And so we have to break all this down into stuff about this size. You'll notice as we get smaller in diameter, we get more sticks. And that's because it's really important that you grow your fire as it burns. That's how we keep from having to maintain it all the time. So I'm going to sit here and I'm going to break these sticks up. So it's not really hard. This stuff's been drying in our wood pile. And we're going to break them at the joints. I want just really little sticks. And I'm sure you'll notice I'm missing tinder. That's because we're using nature's tinder. It's called Old Man's Beard. And the kids are out gathering it for the fire. Something you might also notice that we're missing is we're missing a lighter or some matches, something to start the fire. Well, we're not going to go all the way back to a bow drill and start a friction fire. I kind of suck at that. So what we're going to do is we're going to use some flint and steel to light the Old Man's Beard on fire when it comes time. We're setting the base. I'm taking the biggest log and putting it this way. Taking the other big log and I'm setting it parallel to it. About a hand, 2 hand gap between it. And then we go to the next size down. We're going to go perpendicular to the ones we just laid, but parallel to each other. And we're also going to have a nice gap between them. Then we're going to go the next size down. We're going to parallel to each other, perpendicular to the ones below. Now, this is going to get a little trickier as you get higher up. This is a pretty big stack I got. Might have got a little excessive. And you gotta make sure you keep having this gap in here. Then we go to the next ones.
No gap required there. No gap required there.
And there's no gap required on the, once you get the ones that are about a thumb wide. So, and then we grab our little itty bitty sticky sticks and we go the other way. Is that too many sticky sticks?
Nope. Perfect.
This is all the sticky sticks. And then we got our big old pile of old man's beard. And we're going to put most of it on top.
About less than half.
We're going to put about half of it on top. And we're going to pull this stuff out to start it. And then once we get that going, we're going to put it on here.
Go for it.
Alright, so we're cheating. We're using lighter fluid because I don't have time. Ready, douse?
Move the bottle of lighter fluid away, guys.
Remove the lighter fluid. Back away. Hold on. I need your knife bed. Give it back. That's my starter. And so what we're going to do, and you can use something other than old man's beard. If you wanted, you could use like cotton balls and fluff up cotton balls and stuff. But, ooh, see, there we go. Oh boy. That might be going a little too good, babe.
Perhaps. You should hold on. Perhaps. Oh, hold on. There you go.
I'm grabbing this.
Done.
So, I'm moving it with an old fire stick I had out here. And this is just going to burn until the brick has run out of lighter fluid. So maybe not much. Nova, you want to put it out? Put it out with that. That's live fire. That's live water. Oh, be careful now. On our firewood, but good job taking it out on it. But the idea is that as the things on top burn, they'll drop embers down like the things below them on fire. So we won't have to touch this for 3 hours, you think?
6.
6 hours? We won't have to add anything to this for 6 hours. You can see that right here, the little twigs are touching. And it eats up the tinder, then it goes to the little sticks, then it goes to the bigger sticks, then it goes to the thumb-sized sticks, then it goes to the wrist-sized logs, then it goes to the larger logs that are about, I don't know, about a head-sized log. And so we're just gonna wait. And it takes time. And then the next size down, we also got 2 of those. But from this size on, we start increasing how many we have. Like, these ones they're about the size of my wrist. And we have 4.